Hello and welcome to another update video on Solana. The Solana chart is currently still grinding higher. We had this nice reaction to our support area, here on the daily time frame. A wider wave 2 or wave B is of course possible. Okay, so we can get a wider version of this correction, which started on the 12th of May. That's the main purpose of these support areas. I mean, we have a first reaction, absolutely, but it happened at a point where it's absolutely still plausible to at least prepare for a wider correction. Okay, we just need to do that because it was so far quite a shallow correction, not too weak or too shallow to be, let's say, a reliable or a clear correction that could have completed, but it might just be the first leg of this entire correction. It's very, very important to understand. So that risk remains. I'm tracking that more directly, more actively on the smaller time frame with resistances and microstructures, which we will talk about in this video. But it is important to understand that as long as we're holding that main support area there, especially the level at $109.78, the overall focus can be on higher prices, either in the C wave rally, or even in a more directly bullish third wave rally. So overall, focus can remain on higher prices. $109.78 is for me the pivot between bullish and bearish momentum. And if you're interested in microstructures to find out whether we are likely going to see a larger correction as part of this scenario, I mean, again, it's the same scenario. It would just mean that the wave 2 or wave B, they're still unfolding. Whichever correction it is, because at the moment, as we explained in previous updates, whether it's a B wave pullback that's unfolding here or wave 2, it doesn't matter. The support area is shared between them. And because the support area is shared, we don't really need to distinguish between them in the short term. In the short term, the focus is rather on whether the price has now really bottomed, and we get a larger correction. But again, whether that's a wave 2 or a B wave doesn't really matter. The difference will become obvious later on when we finally start to see a decent 5-wave move up develop from a significant swing low in this support area, because in the white scenario, it should end after 3 waves, A, B, C, and it would mean we already have a bull market top. Not my preference, has also not been my preference on the Bitcoin chart for good reason, and Bitcoin already formed a new high, and Solana is following Bitcoin quite well in this cycle. So from that point of view, because they are so aligned and Bitcoin has followed my preferred scenario, I would also expect Solana, I mean, until the market proved me wrong, right? I would also expect Solana to follow through. Now, let us take a look at the shorter time frame for Solana now. Thanks so much for watching the videos on this YouTube channel. If you've been thinking about joining MCO as a member, now might be a great time. You can use the link in the video description and apply the discount code right below it. You will get 50% off your first month of our Gold membership, and you can explore everything we offer. It's the easiest way to test the membership, see if it's a good fit for you, and get a feel for the community, join the conversation, and I'm looking forward to meeting you in our member area. And this is the 1 hour time frame. In this scenario, we had a nice and clear 1-2 setup over the recent days. The price bottomed several times in this support area. This is obviously the micro degree, smaller time frame, And on this micro degree, smaller time frame, we had a setup, a small 1-2 setup, which the price touched a couple of times this support area, and the price seems to be grinding higher accordingly. Yesterday, I shared with you that these couple of levels obviously need to hold here, especially the one at $149.78, but also the one at $148. As long as these are holding, the market should grind towards $164. That's the first ideal target for this third wave. Okay, first ideal target for this third wave. And we're nearly there. I mean, we need another, that was my next target. We only need another 1.7% from where we are now. I mean, do we get there? I mean, can I guarantee it? No, but it's looking good. When we get this third wave completed, I can add support for this fourth wave maybe later today. We will do that on Discord. If you want to get these updates, check out our membership. I can't do that now because the third wave hasn't topped yet. And also, the third wave hasn't even reached the minimum expectations, you could say, right? I mean, if we now break down, then obviously we can test these levels again, but then this is morphed into a three-wave move up, which is super messy. For now, I can see this as an upside impulse that's evolving, and might form let's say a five-wave move up, as shown here in yellow. If we do not get 5 waves up, but it ends after 3, then the risk increases that this is just an internal B wave rally, again, which I shared with you on the larger time frame, right? This is the scenario where a larger correction could play out. But we will not know this until we see if this fourth wave support holds. Again, I cannot add it to the chart yet because we haven't fulfilled the minimum requirements for the third. When we do that, I will add support to the chart and then would expect it to be tested at some point. If it does, we get 5 waves up, more clearly the yellow count, which is expected. However, break below support would be a signal as well, then we'll change expectations, and the market will likely visit the lower support area again, before then attempting another rally a little later, which just simply lead to a delay, in my view, of the larger rally. But I would really, I mean, I would really like that this low holds now. There's a potential on many other altcoin charts as well that this was a meaningful low. I'm talking about the low that formed on Thursday, the 5th of June. Yeah, that's the update on Solana. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.